Howdy, y'all. Welcome to one more fun filled episode of Talking Paranormal with the Old Man. And as usual, I am the old man and his daughter. Hey, Jess.
Hey, Dad.
How we doing this fine rainy ass day in Michigan?
I'm here.
Are
It's not
you
good.
having difficulty breathing yet?
Yeah. I actually
Yeah.
so my sinuses have been so bad that I've been getting jaw pain.
Oh, shit.
And
Yeah.
I even went to the dentist last week
Oh, okay.
because I thought maybe it was like a tooth problem.
Yeah.
And our doctor checked me out and she was like, "There's nothing that would indicate to me that you would have jaw pain because of your teeth." So it's definitely your sinuses. I'm like,
It's,
sick, dude.
it's the weather.
Awesome. And then like Michigan Storm Chasers posted like, are you one of those like specific people who get headaches and stuff when it rains? I'm like, mm-hmm.
And then what they should
Yes,
do
I
is,
am.
if if you will, you might get compensation.
I wish. I really wish, because this is crazy. So I'm here. I might not talk a whole lot, but I'm
Okay.
here.
Well, I kind of have had a I'm slow sometimes, with like certain things, and it's like I'm sitting here like how we have our Facebook page for our podcast stuff, and I'm like, seriously, I'm like, dude, I can play music or I can play audio files on this podcast. So it's like,
Yeah.
why the hell? So I had a affinity. I have a thought. This upcoming week, a week from today, in honor of Halloween being the following Friday, if it's okay with you, we're going to do EVPs,
Okay.
our EVPs, and we have a shitload of them. So what I'll do is we can lead into the actual audio file, a little bit about how the I guess the environment that we were in, and then play the EVP. It's like, dude, I'm slow sometimes. It's like, seriously?
Also, is your mic working?
Yes, it is. Why?
You sound a little like far away.
Really? No,
Yeah.
no, it's right here. Let me see here. Let me see. No, I think I'm good, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm right here. I don't think I touch anything. No, no. Oh,
Or
let
maybe
me.
it's just like more background noise than usual.
Yeah, because. Wait. Hold on. Let me go to mind control. Yeah, I'm all the way up to the top. Is that any better or is that worser?
It's about the same. I mean, it sounds
Really?
okay. It's just a little bit more like I guess echoey, maybe is the right word.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I haven't changed anything. The only thing I don't like though is like on my soundboard, because I don't think this is that any better? Probably not. That's
Mm-mm.
yeah, I don't know, dude. Everything's the same. I haven't been screwing with anything this morning, but I think I am going to get rid of my because I have two the desktop computers.
Right.
One's slow as shit and the other one's not. So I think what I'm going to do is I try to log in to my slow one,
Hmm.
and it was slow, dude. So what I'm thinking about doing is rearranging my desk a little bit and sliding the second monitor over and hooking it in to my faster computer.
Hmm.
So then that way, if I want to read anything, I can still keep the on-air screen on, and then I could read anything I want to read on the other screen.
Gotcha.
So I think that's what I'm going to do after this podcast is done. I had the thought at about 11:55 this morning, and I'm like, I don't have time to screw around with shit. Because as you know, you screw around with shit and it goes to shit.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'm going to do that. Then I'll see maybe. See, I'm just trying to think what I haven't changed anything from last week. Okay, well, that's good. So I guess we don't have anybody listening, but that's okay. They can always download the video or the podcast later. So as usual, is there anything, Jess, that we need to talk about in the paranormal news?
Not really. There isn't really a whole lot. The only thing that I saw, I started watching it before the podcast,
Hmm.
is there's a YouTube channel called Observe.
Okay.
I subscribe to him. He's very cool. Um, he is a like body language, like an analysis guy. Like
Oh,
he,
okay.
so like he does a lot with like, what was his name? Like Chris Watts when that was happening.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
he like did like, okay, like you see that he did this, that could be like deceitful, like that's an obvious lie because he did this.
Oh, oh,
Of course he specifies like this is just from my like learning of it, or like what I learned,
yeah.
this isn't 100%, all this. um but he actually released a video because of, it's October and spooky season. He
Yeah.
released a video about 56 minutes long called, Are Ed and Lorraine Warren Frauds?
Uh-oh. Well, so okay, so we are not talking about them today.
uh,
Okay.
and then he also released a video. I'm not sure if you know, do you know the YouTubers Sam and Kobe?
Are they twin paranormal?
No. They
No.
are
Okay.
paranormal investigators, but they're known to be kind of like over the top, I guess, with it.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Um, some people think like, it's very um, real. They're showing their real reactions, and other people are saying they're just like, you know, for the camera. They're
Yeah.
kind of overreacting.
Yeah.
So he also Observe also did a video called "Dissecting Sam and Kobe's Annabelle Doll Experience."
Oh, so did they go on one of those tours then?
They did. It was actually a little haunting because he started the video and Dan Rivera's there.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And he had to like pause the video and he's like, just to kind of set the scene here, this man did pass away.
Yeah.
um
No kidding. Okay.
because of heart failure. He had a history of it. He's like, but I have heard that people who are near Annabelle for a long time
Hmm.
have like heart problems
Oh, okay.
uh associated with her. He didn't give like details of like, heart racing or like pain in the chest, but that's all he said. But yeah, I've gotten about uh 11 minutes into the Sam and Kobe one and about 4 minutes into the Ed and Lorraine Warren one. But for anyone who's interested, um, I love his channel. I love the videos he does, and yeah, definitely check him out.
What was the YouTube channel again, Jess?
Observe.
Observe. I might have to check that out myself. Observe
Yeah,
YouTube.
like I said, when he
Okay.
was doing the Chris Watts thing, the videos when that was coming out, I started following him because I was like, that is so cool that just because he did this one thing with his body, that's like could be deceitful.
Yeah.
He's also covered like the BTK killers interrogation.
Oh, okay.
He's done a lot. His more Let me see. 8 days ago, supernatural proven by a doctor from the 80s, Hans Holzer, body language
Yes.
analysis.
Yep. Yep.
He's done
Okay.
that. He's done Amanda Knox, Brian, sorry, Brian Kober from the Iowa murders. He killed like 4 people at like a college, I think Iowa something.
Oh,
It's funny because
no, Amanda Knotts. She was the chick that was or accused of killing her roommate, right?
yes,
Okay.
in like
Yeah,
Italy, I think.
yeah, because that name sounded familiar, and I'm sitting here in my mind, my Rolodex is moving back and forth.
Mhm.
And it's like,
It's
that sounds familiar.
it's interesting because the the Iowa murders from Brian Koberger. I remember getting the notification on my phone when
Mhm.
we were I forgot where we were. Remember in London, we stopped at that ice cream place before we went to the hotel? Like we came
Oh
back
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, we came back from. Oh shit. Oh no, yeah. What wasn't it just when we came back from eating the Detroit style pizza?
Yeah, it was after Camden.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, no.
we were
Well, no. Wasn't that the day, Jess? That because Tuesday was our tattoo day.
mhm.
Wednesday was a free day, but and yeah. You're right. I'm sorry. I was thinking of when we had our farewell dinner at that garden place. But no, yeah, Camden's when we spent the whole day in Camden, and then you and Dustin and Daniel and Sam went on your guys' own, and then me and your mom
Yeah,
went to that little mall that was a waste of time, and then we had the Detroit style pizza, and then as we were
yep,
coming back, your mom and I think Dustin went back to the room, and it was just
yep.
us three, or did Dustin join us?
No, Dustin went back to the hotel,
Okay,
but we had just gotten the ice cream and we had just crossed to the other street
yeah.
when I got the notification that 4 students had been murdered
Oh wow.
in
Okay.
Iowa. And I don't know why that always stuck in my head. I just remember looking at it and being like, "Oh my god." It's the same when we went to California and I got a notification that a YouTuber, Christina Grimmie,
Yeah.
that she had died at a meet and greet.
Oh wow. Really?
Uh, yeah, it was
At a
like
meet and
that
greet?
morning, one of the mornings. Yeah, it was really scary, and it's kind of like it's been brought up again because of something that happened at TwitchCon.
Okay.
There's a popular streamer. Her name is, I believe it's Emaru. She was taking pictures with a fan, and a guy, no one stopped him, came up, grabbed her, and tried to kiss her.
Oh, okay.
And it took until he had his hands on her and he was pulling her toward him for any security guard to come over and take like push him. And it was only to bring him away. He walked free. He As far as I know, there's been no police interference or anything.
Wow.
And Christina Grimmie was brought up because back in 2016 in June when we were in California, she was doing a meet and greet and her brother was her like security guard. He was there with
Mhm.
her and a man just walked up to her and shot her.
Oh wow.
He waited in line and then just came up. She greeted him and he shot her. And her brother lives with that like
Oh yeah.
that guilt of like I was there to protect her and I didn't.
And you
So
didn't.
uh, that got brought up too with everything that's going on with the Twitch streamer. But what the thing that was crazy to me is that she had a bodyguard that was banned from TwitchCon because the same thing happened and her bodyguard intervened and held the guy until police came and Twitch was like, "No, we can't have that happen."
Yeah. So
So now you can just go up to anyone and pull them in to kiss them, and all you'll get is a leave,
Wow.
which is
And for
which
some
is
people,
so incredibly dangerous.
oh yeah, I mean there are so well. You remember? Well, this is probably I think probably just before your time. She was on TV with Pam Dahlberg, and it was I think it was called My Two Sisters or something like that. And I want to say Samantha Fox, but I know that isn't it. And she had a stalker, and she was at her house, and he knocked on the front door, and when she opened the door, he shot her just because
Crazy.
he was obsessed with her. And I don't know if he, you know how some people are just whack jobs, and I mean it could. I mean I don't know for a fact, but it could have been where he loved her, sent her letters. She obviously didn't respond to him, so he felt jilted, and well, let's kill her.
Yeah, there was a YouTube channel that Sam and I watched like religiously. It was called like Achievement Hunter.
Okay.
And we there was this guy on there, his name was Gavin, and he had a girlfriend, Meg, now wife, I believe, that she was on there frequently, and she had this stalker. He found out where they lived, broke into their house to kill Gavin because he said that Gavin didn't deserve Meg. He did.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, dude, there are wackos out there, man.
Broke into their house. They're like hiding in the closet. He's trying to find them. Police came and he killed himself in their house.
Well, yeah, but that's how it usually is, Jess. You get these people that are cowards that try to do something, and then as soon as they do what they did or try to do what they went in there to do, they just take the easy way out and kill themselves.
I have very strong opinions about that with like school shooters
Hmm. Oh yeah,
because
exactly.
I'm like, you decided to do this heinous thing. You decided to take innocent lives, and then when it's your turn to face what you did, you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna kill myself.
Yep. Well, and then I mean, not only that, but that gives law enforcement no I guess a definite answer why you did what you did.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, Jess, I think it would be um I'm just give me a second here. I'm trying to do two things at one time here. Um and that's why I think I mean, obviously, if they're going to do it, kill themselves, they're going to kill themselves regardless. But I think that they should have to face the parents, like a school shooting. They need to face the parents, as in, so the parents can get like a closure, I guess.
That's why I liked with the Parkland shooting in Florida when I think his fucking name's Nicholas Cruz or something. Um, he had to like every parent of a student that he murdered came up and talked to him and
Yeah.
gave like their like victim statements. And I'm glad that the judge allowed that, and even though his team was like he shouldn't have to go through this, she's like he murdered
Yeah.
these
Exactly.
people's children. I think he
Yep.
can handle it. But
Yes.
like I've seen his interrogation tape. He tried to pretend that he was seeing things and hearing voices, and he got like a psych evaluation, and they're like, "No, he's fine."
Because
Fucking idiot.
the 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 defense, you know, expert, whatever, psychiatrist, whatever, was obviously handpicked by the defense.
Yep.
And then when I don't know if it was the prosecutors, but got someone else to do it, they're like, oh no, he's perfectly fine. And
Yeah.
that's why I think the justice, and I'm using air quotes here, the justice system is jacked because yeah, it's all about yeah, it's jacked.
Well, it's like there's a YouTube channel that I watch religiously. His name's Nexpo, and he posts disturbing things from around the internet. And he has like I think volume 1 to 13 by now. And the latest one is a husband and wife, two daughters, and the husband called on the wife because she swore up and down that there was someone trying to get her.
Okay.
Like there was someone following her, there was someone looking in on the house. She was hearing things, and he called 911 about it, and she just kept saying like I'm fine, I'm fine. He's like, I don't think you are. Like I'm a little concerned about you. You're like constantly looking out the window thinking someone's out to get you and all this stuff. And then next book kind of warned us like, hey, this next 911 call is going to be really could be sensitive to some people, so please skip to this if you're sensitive to 911 calls. I'm like, I'm watching this bitch. And um
Of
and
course.
like Dustin was watching it with me because I get scared sometimes, and we had all the lights down, it was dark out, but I'm like, let's go. uh she killed their two daughters,
Oh man.
and the 911 call was from the husband, and she just kept asking like, why did I do this? Like, I don't know why I did this. What did I do? And like you could hear her hyperventilating in the background. She pretended to be insane. She pretended that she was
Oh,
going through like psychosis. She pretended all this. She had planned to kill their daughters from like
yep,
for weeks, and then just pretended that she was hearing voices and she was seeing things to try to get the insanity plea to spend the
yep,
rest of her life in some mental institution. When I'm
yep.
like, I've heard that's some people say it's worse.
There are some that are, but there are some that I've read or heard about that when they do, it's like a freaking spa.
Yeah.
It's like it's easier for people to, oh, I'm insane, put me away for the rest of my life where I don't have to deal with anything. I get, 3 meals a day, yada yada yada.
Yeah, because there was that he's a singer, or was a singer for like, I think the band's called the Lost Prophets or something.
Hmm.
Uh Renowned pedophile. Um, he recently died in prison. He
Hmm.
got stabbed a bunch of times, and everyone's just
Yep.
like, "How do we send money to the commissary of the guys who stabbed him?"
Well, but it's a well known fact. If okay, there are some hardcore criminals in prison, rapists, murderers, whatever else. But you fuck with children, you're dead. And if they find out, you're dead.
Yeah,
It's
that's
called
a lot.
it's called prison justice.
Yeah, there's a. I swear I'm not on YouTube all day, guys. I'm not on YouTube, but there's a YouTube channel I watch called Colorado Pet Patrol, and
Oh, geez.
they they constantly say like, "Do you know what happens to people like you in prison?"
Yeah, buddy. You
And they're like,
you you end up dead.
I know I'm gonna get harassed." He's like, "No, you're gonna get killed.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Like you're not gonna get harassed. They're not gonna throw food at you or anything. They're going
Nope.
to make sure that you die."
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and so that's why when the news came up, people were just like, mm, "Okay, well, anyway, just let's just move on."
All
And
right. Well, just
yeah.
if I was gonna say, this morning I had, because your mom went over to grandma's for breakfast, so I'm sitting in here in my office. I'm like, I'm gonna screw around with that OBS studio update software, whatever,
Mhm.
and I couldn't get the webcam to work. It would not recognize it. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Again, I have two desktops here. My dumbass had it plugged into the one that's not turned on.
I would do it.
So I'm sitting here, I'm like, why the hell isn't this working? So I traced the cord down, and I have the two desktops stacked on top of each other underneath the desk. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, dumbass, this is in the wrong one. So as soon as I plugged it into the one that was turned on, it recognized it just like that.
Nice.
Like, oh my god! And then just really fast, I guess, before we go into the Warrens here, um, we had the presentation this past Tuesday. Went well. We had a full house. Only had one. We had, I would say, probably 50 chairs, and we only had one open chair.
Nice.
And then it worked. My new laptop that I hadn't tried out yet actually worked, so that's
Cool.
cool. And but the guy scared me over there because he goes, "You might have to use our old one because I did a presentation this morning, and it was the projector that they have is was cutting out and stuff." So I'm like, "Okay, great. Okay, one more thing to worry about." But no, it went in and it worked, and the whole presentation it didn't hiccup one time. So and I did change it up because that was a repeat library from last year. So I had to change the presentation so I wasn't showing the same thing twice. So worked out pretty well. We have one on Thursday, and then have one on Thursday, and then we have one the following Tuesday before Halloweeny, and that's it for this year.
Did you get a lot of people lining up for questions at the end?
There wasn't too many. There was one, two. Oh, excuse me. There was one person that had a concern because the library, this was the Oxford Public Library,
Yeah.
they had a take home or a check out ghost hunting kit or ghost hunting kits, I should say. And one of the things in the ghost hunting kits was a Ouija board,
Sorry, you could check out.
a Ouija
Uh,
board from from the library. Yeah.
uh
So
okay.
so after our presentation, and how I talk about the Ouija boards, they're not toys, don't do it, yada yada
Yeah,
yada.
you specifically say there's like it's bolded in the
Yeah,
PowerPoint. Do not use these.
yes. So she brought it up afterwards, and I mean, I didn't take it as being a Karen or anything. She's like, yeah, they have this thing that you can check, like I said, ghost hunting kits that you can check out. And she goes, when one of them is a Ouija board, she goes, I didn't want to talk to them because, and this is what she said, I didn't want to be, come across as being a Karen. but then that's what she actually said, and she goes, since you are the professional, and I'm like, well, I don't know about that, but she goes, since you are the professional, can you like, talk to them and say, hey, I don't think that's it's such a good idea from our experience. Well, of course, the person that signed me up last year, her name was oh god, it's like a weird name. It was like Jama or Jama, I think it was Jama. And she retired like 2 months ago, so I had a new contact person, which I didn't know about until I showed up. And her replacement was Janelle, and she wasn't there. She had to leave. So I talked to a dude that looked just like my dad did before he died. Gray hair, gray beard, and I almost called him, "Hey, Dad," a couple of times, but that's not possible. So I let him know that, and then he took me back into a room and like, and I shit you not, there it was, ghost hunting kit. It was a Ouija board.
Was it
Oh,
what brand? Was it the
no,
newest one?
yeah, it was not the William Folder. It was the Parker Brothers.
Got it.
And I told him, this isn't a good idea. And he goes, well, he goes, I was brought. He was probably older than me. He was probably, I'd say, mid 60s ish. And he goes, yeah, I was brought up in a Baptist household, so I kind of have heard about this growing up. They're not a good idea. I'm like, no, they're not a good idea at all. And
No.
so he goes, I'll let the director know or whoever know when I see them tomorrow. I'm like, I would appreciate that. So, and then we had a couple of other ones, of course, I mean, I don't mind, whatever. One of them had a couple of stories, and other one wanted to show me a couple of videos that they had of their house, and so, things like that. So yeah, good presentation. Like I said, we have one on Thursday in Romeo, which is a repeat library. And then we have one on the 28th, which was the one we did the investigation in September. So, and I'm still going over video of that. Um, but I've got just off of one camera, I got like 8 different orb videos, and our cat balls went off 3 or 4 times
Oh, really?
just in the one camera. That's not even looking at the other cameras. But I'm not going to sit here and have like ten video clips of the cat toys going off, you know. So I will just put one in, yeah, probably one in. That I have a picture or video of. I almost said their names. Two of our team members that walked past the cat balls and they did not go off. So it wasn't people walking past it that was setting the actual cat balls off. And the one cat ball we actually moved into the other part of the actual library that was on camera, and for the rest of the night that cat ball did not go off. So
Hmm.
whatever it was in that one area there. So yeah. So
I
what?
wish you would have known. I wish you would have known about the rented a Ouija board beforehand,
Yeah.
because then you could have asked the group like, "Hey, have any of you guys rented out the Ouija board?" And if people raise their hand, just hand out business cards.
No kidding. Well, yeah. If you need any help, just let us know.
Here's our Facebook page. Here's our email. I wrote a phone number on there for emergencies.
Yes, exactly.
But
Exactly.
yeah, you're gonna start hearing things go bump in the night. Sorry.
And I did advertise our podcast.
Cool.
The Karen that did complain about the Ouija board, and I said that in jest. She was not complaining about the Ouija board. She goes, "I'm going to check out
Honestly,
the podcast."
she was very smart to like come to you and be like, "Hey, so
Yeah,
this is kind of going on."
and she called me a professional, which is very far from it. If she could have heard me before the presentation, we ate at Culver's, and I told your mom, I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
I should not. They had a garlic and bacon burger, and the
Oh
bun
yep.
was
Pretzel
pretzel.
bun.
Yes, and it had
Yep,
that.
I've had it.
Had that. What's that?
I've had it. It's really good.
Oh, it's good, but I paid for it later. Like really
I
paid for it
had
later.
to I had to pop 2 Altoids after that.
Oh, dude, I'm not. Yeah, oh yeah. I told your mom, I'm like, I hope no one comes close to me because I got bad breath now.
Mhm.
All right, so we only got about a half an hour, Jess. So let's just really quickly go over Annabelle. Um,
Yes.
this is the case files from the New England Society for Psychic Research, which is what the Warrens established. I think we had said 1957 or 58.
Yeah, I want to
So
say it's around there.
yeah, so here is I'm taking this from the case files. If you all want to read more on this, it's quite. I'm not going to read the whole damn thing because that would be like plagiarism. Um, and but what they're going to do? They both have died. So basically, if you want to read more, go to the website. The it's Well, okay, this one is tonyspira.com. I don't understand why that's that. But anyways, it is the New England Society for Psychic Research, but the HTML or the address is tonyspira.com/Annabelle slash. So they have like 6 case files there. So this is Annabelle. And the origin, 1970, a mother purchased an antique Raggedy Ann doll from a hobby store. The doll had a birthday, or what? I think it should say that the doll was or had. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. The doll had been a birthday present for her daughter, Donna. It didn't sound right when I was reading it. Donna was a prepare. Well, was you see that they're messing this up. They're saying she was a preparing. It should be Donna was preparing to graduate from college with a nursing degree. She lived in a tiny apartment with her roommate, Angie, a nurse as pleased with the cute Raggedy Ann doll. What the fuck? Donna placed it on her bed as a decoration, and it did and did not give it a second thought. Within days, both Donna and Angie have noticed that there appeared to be something very strange and creepy about the doll. The doll mysteriously seemed to move about the house, relatively small movement at first, such as changing position, but as time passed, the movement became more noticeable. Donna and Angie would come home to find the doll in a completely different room. Sometimes the doll would have crossed legs, arms folded. Other times it would be found upright, standing on its feet. Several times, Donna sometimes left the doll on the couch before leaving for work and would return to find the doll back in her room on the bed with the door closed. I think Angie was screwing with her, but that's just my personal opinion.
Actually, this reminds me of something. In that Sam and Kobe video, Dan
Yeah.
Rivera said that it's their belief that human spirits cannot possess items.
Okay.
Do you have a take on that?
Oh yeah, because they can. Or I don't know specifically possess, but they can be attached. I know this for kind of a fact because if you go to antique stores and pick up antiques, the previous owner could attach the spirit could be attached to the item, and we have had investigations where it was over in over by Holland, or not Holland, Holly, Groveland Township. Did investigation over there in a private house, and she said that they had purchased a antique, and shortly after they brought the antique home, activity started to happen. And case in point, Jess, do you remember? I won't say who it is, but they live across the street from us, Kitty Corner. They
Mm-hmm.
purchased a mattress from a garage sale.
Yep.
They brought it home, and within I don't know what the time frame was, they started seeing that the spirit of a small girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as they got rid of that above said mattress, the apparition, the scene of the small girl stopped.
Yep. So
So
is
yeah,
so then there's a difference between just attaching yourself and possessing it.
yeah, because possessing means that, like in Annabelle here, supposedly, where they would find it like arms crossed or moved. If a entity possesses the inanimate object, it now becomes an it can move now. I was trying to think of in what word I just said, and I'm losing it. It's the opposite of that. So now, if you are if a inanimate object has been possessed, that object can now move. So if obviously if it's a doll, it's not going to move on its own unless it's battery operated or whatever, remote control, whatever. But if something possesses it, it takes over the actual doll or toy or whatever. So now it can move on its own. Whereas if something is attached to it, so let's say for example Annabelle doll, let's just say that there's a spirit that is attached to it. That's not going to make that doll move.
Okay.
You will experience other things in the house that are moving, but the actual Annabelle doll, if it's just a spirit is attached to it, it will not move by itself because
Gotcha. Okay.
that spirit is attached, not possessing of.
Okay.
Okay, so and I hope I cleared that up for anyone that's listening. So I don't think we really had anybody listening. God, this is like a slow day today, Jess. No one's listening. Um,
It's
so
the rain. I'm telling you, it's the rain.
it very well could be. It could be. Okay, so they had messages. It says Annabelle not only moved but could write as well. See, that would be possessed because if you have a spirit attached to it, it's not going to allow Annabelle to write as well. Um, about a month into their experience, Donna and Angie began to find messages on parchment paper that read, "Help us" and "Help Lou," as if written by a small child. Now, I do remember I started to watch this last night. I had, well, I didn't start to watch it. I watched, oh, geez, BCC America. They had Christine was on last night, and then,
Oh, good movie.
yep, of course, it had commercials, obviously. But yeah,
Yeah.
Christine was on, and then it was going into The Conjuring. Well, this was like midnight, and I'm way past my time to go to bed. So I started to watch a few minutes of it, and they had the intro to The Conjuring about Annabelle. And in the movie, if you remember, they like put her outside in the actual trash, and she came back in like pounding on the door really loud. They opened the door. Annabelle's there. And remember, she wrote on the walls, on the ceiling in red crayon, all over the place, and she'd be moved and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, so that seems to fall into the the storyline, I guess, or the actual case file. So then Lou's account, Lou was friends with both Donna and Angie. Because I'm just skipping by real fast. I said that let's see. Lou was not ever fond of the doll, and on several occasions warned Donna that it was evil and to get rid of it. Donna had a compassionate tie to the doll, and not giving much credence or credence, not yet credence, I guess, to Lou's feelings kept it. Her decision, it turns out, was a terrible mistake. Lou woke one night from a deep sleep and in a panic. Once again, he had a recurring bad dream. Only this time, somehow, something seemed different. It was as though he was awake but could not move. The old hag syndrome. He looked around the room but couldn't discern anything out of the ordinary. And then it happened. Dun, 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 dun. I need to have that type of music too. Doom. Looking down towards his feet, he saw the doll, Annabelle. Oh shit. It began to slowly glide up his legs. If we have any kids here, you might want to turn this off. This sounds like it might be going someplace. Um, it began to slowly glide up his legs or leg, moving over his chest, and then stopped. Oh, dude, seriously? Okay, okay. Within seconds, the doll was strangling him. Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know about this. Paralyzed and gasping for breath, Lou, at the point of asphyxiation, damn, that's a big word for me to say, blacked out. Lou
Okay, can I ask
awoke.
a stupid question?
Yes.
So, like, it's a doll.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Um, I don't think the strength would come from the entity. I feel like it would come from the doll,
But
right?
yeah, but again though, dude, she don't have no freaking fingers. I'm
There,
looking at I'm looking
there's
at
no
Annabelle.
fingers,
Yeah, there's no fingers.
and she's she's stuffing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's an entity possessing the doll, but I guess that'd be a cool question to ask of like, does the does the strength come from the entity or does it come from the doll?
I would think from the entity itself, I would think.
Mhm.
But um yeah, I was, but see, Luke couldn't move. He was paralyzed. But still, she has no freaking fingers. I'm looking at her right now on the NESPR, whatever the hell it is, website. She's got no
Mhm.
freaking fingers, dude. So what does she do? Like club them together?
That's
I,
hilarious.
I don't know. I'm about ready to call bullshit. I wasn't there, obviously. That was, no, I think I was like what 2 or 3 or 5 years old. But I'm calling bullshit. But okay, anyways, so and just there is no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is one that was not asked. I heard that a long time ago.
I like that.
Thank you, thank you. I take full credit, even though I didn't create it. I take full credit. Okay, so where am I at? So okay, so he woke. Okay, okay. Wait. So okay, so she was drinking. Okay, so he blacked out. He awoke the following morning, certain it wasn't a dream. Lou was determined to rid himself of that damn doll. I added that word on there, and the spirit that possessed it. Lou, however, would have one more terrifying experience. Oh shit! I can't wait to see what it is. Preparing for a road trip the following day, Lou and Angie were reading over maps in their apartment. See, this is okay, people. This is way before Google Maps. This was way before any maps on your phone. We had paper maps that would fold and crease and tear and get stained on. So that's why they're reading
my
over.
my personal nightmare.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, especially because you don't know where the hell you're at on the map. You know, it's like, okay,
Yeah, there's no arrow telling you you're facing
nope,
this way
nope.
and you should be going this way. That's awful.
It was just, trust me.
Well, even then, MapQuest was a nightmare too. I remember we had to
Oh,
use
yeah.
that on a few trips.
Yes. Yep. And I would usually print out the reports because you couldn't, there was no app for that.
And then, God forbid, there's construction somewhere
Oh, yeah. Or
or a
a detour
detour.
or an
Yep.
accident. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, the apartment seemed eerily quiet. Suddenly, and I did take drama lessons in high school years ago, so I'm kind of doing drama here. Suddenly, rustling sounds coming from Donna's room aroused fear that someone had broken into the apartment. Lou, determined to figure out who or what it was, quietly made his way to the bedroom door. He waited for the noise to stop before entering and turning on the light. The room was empty, except for Annabelle, whom was tossed on the floor in the corner. I should be like a voiceover because this is like really, really exciting stuff here. Lou scoured the room for voice entry, but nothing was out of place. But as he got close to the doll, he got the distinct impression that somebody was behind him. Spinning around, he was quick to realize that nobody else was there. Then, in a flash, he found himself grabbing for his chest, doubled over, cut, and bleeding like a stuffed pig. I added that.
Cut?
I added that part in there.
Oh my God. I was like, she stabbed him? What did she do?
It just says he was cut and bleeding. I added the stuffed pig for emphasis.
So she did cut him.
I'm not sure yet. His shirt was stained with blood. Ooh, shit. And upon opening his shirt, there on his chest was what looked like 7 distinct claw marks. But once a freaking again, she's got
7.
no fingers. 3 vertically and 4 horizontally. All were hot like burns. These scratches healed almost immediately. Half gone the next day, fully gone by day 2.
So it was a hallucination.
Dude, it's like she's got no freaking fingers, dude. And usually it's in three marks. That is assaulting the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the Trinity.
Yeah,
I've
so
never heard
7
that.
doesn't make any sense.
No, no. But she's got no fingers. And even if she had fingers, she doesn't have any fingernails. So
No.
I don't know about this. Okay. We only have like 10 more minutes. So let's go ahead and see what the Warrens found out. Or should we just go directly to the conclusion? No, let's do the Warrens investigate. Well, thanks. Because this is in honor of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Okay. So, oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, this is interesting. Donna finally was willing to believe the spirit in the house was not that of a young girl, but inhuman and demonic in nature. Dun, 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 dun. After Lou's experience, Donna felt it was time to seek real expert advice and contacted a uh, es- Episcopal priest named Father Hegan. Father Hegan felt it was a spiritual matter and felt he needed to contact higher authority in the church. So he contacted Father Cook, who immediately contacted the Warrens, Ed and Lorraine. Warren immediately took interest in the case and contacted Donna concerning the doll. The Warrens, after speaking with Donna, Angie, and Lou, came to the immediate conclusion that the doll itself was not, in fact, possessed, but manipulated by an inhumane presence. Okay, I'm sorry. How in the hell? And I know they are famous demonologists, but how in the hell, after just speaking with Donna, Angie, and Lou, how could they come to the conclusion, immediate conclusion, that the doll itself was not, in fact, possessed, but manipulated by an inhumane presence? Okay, spirits do not possess inanimate objects like houses or toys. They possess people. Inhumane spirit can attach itself to a place or an object that is what, and that's what occurred in this case. But I have a problem with that though, where it says spirits do not possess. Well, I guess from our experiences, it's not really possessing an object from like an antique store, but it's just attaching themselves. Okay, okay, okay. But I don't understand how. I don't understand how just by interviewing them that they immediately came to the conclusion that it was manipulated. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where the hell is it? Oh, it was manipulated. It wasn't possessed, but manipulated by an inhumane presence. Now, usually, inhumane presence usually means demon, demonic, or Satan himself. So I just don't understand how they can come to that conclusion after only the interview. But
Because
that's just.
they were demonologists, right?
Yes.
Maybe they just knew.
Yeah, but each case, like referencing us, our investigations. Each case is totally different from the previous case. So
I
what? So what I'm seeing, Jess, is that they're like just from what they've experienced with other cases, without digging deeper, but just after speaking. That's all it says. It didn't say they were like even interviewed them. They just spoke with them and they told them what happened. Oh yes, demonic. I don't know. I don't know how they can jump to that conclusion after just speaking with them and without doing any kind of investigation or anything like that. But I don't know. They're the experts,
because
I
I
guess.
mean people can exaggerate. Like
Yes.
I feel like it's human nature sometimes for us to want to tell stories
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
embellish.
Yep. Yep.
Um but to make stories more interesting, they wouldn't be interesting if you're just like, yeah, so I did this and then this happened and you know then I almost got hit by a car. It's like, no, you're gonna be like, I had to swerve out of the way before I came head to head with this guy. Like, you embellish to make it more interesting. So it's interesting to me that they were just like, we hear you and we think it's demonic.
Yes. Exactly. Okay. Now, um, we only got because we were advised to stay under an hour. Um, I want to finish this, Jess. Then I want to address Jack Brady directly because he did go in the chat that we're talking about ghosts could potentially be real, but we ain't got any proof. I will address that in a minute, Jack. So let me finish here. Okay, so basically, just to go through this really fast. Well, not really fast, but so the inhuman spirit now able to communicate through the. Oh, so they. So who's the medium? Is that Lorraine? Because she was a medium.
Yeah, she was.
But or it didn't say if it was her or if they brought somebody else in. Okay, I don't see where they. Wait.
I would assume it's her.
Well, I would too, Jess, but it says it first began moving the doll around the apartment by means of teleportation to arouse the occupant's curiosity. Yeah. In hopes that it would give it recognition. Okay, I agree with that. Then predictably, the mistake of bringing a medium into the apartment. Well, then predictably, the mistake of bringing a medium into the apartment to communicate with it. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. The inhuman spirit, now able to communicate, excuse me, through the medium, preyed on the girl's emotional vulnerabilities by pretending to be a rather harmless, okay, lost young girl, in which during the seance was allowed permission from Donna to haunt the. So what I'm thinking here, Jess, is that because remember it said that Donna was finally willing to believe the spirit in the houses was not that of a young girl. So what I'm reading is that they had a medium come in before the Warrens came in, from what I'm seeing. Because then it says that the inhuman spirit, then predictably the mistake of, see, that sentence, it does not make sense. Then predictably the mistake of a youngie of bringing in a medium into the apartment to communicate with it, period. The inhumane spirit now was able to communicate through the medium, preyed on the girl's emotional vulnerabilities by pretending to be a rather harmless young lost girl, which she gave permission to come into the apartment. Um, Insofar as demonic is a negative spirit, it then set about causing patently negative phenomena to occur. It aroused fear through the weird movements of the doll. I don't know if it'd be fear, it's just more like it might go nuts. It brought about the materialization of disturbing handwritten notes, the symbolic drops of blood of the doll. I don't remember that. And ultimately, it even attacked Lou, well, supposedly, leaving behind the symbolic mark of the beast. So 7 is the mark of the beast. Okay, I have to look that bad boy up. The next phase of the infestation phenomena would have been complete human possession. Had these experiences lasted another 2 or 3 more weeks, the spirit would have completely possessed, if not harmed or killed, one or all the occupants of the house. At the conclusion of the investigation, okay, so here is the conclusion. At the conclusion of the investigation, the Warrens felt it appropriate to have a oh God, rectification. How the hell do you say that? Re, recti, I don't know what that word is. Of an exorcism blessed by Father Cook to cleanse the apartment. The episcopal blessing of the home is a wordy 7-page document that is distinctively positive in nature. Rather than specifically expelling evil entities from the dwelling, the emphasis is instead of directed towards filling the home with the power of a positive and of God. That's from Ed Warren. At Donna's request and further precaution against the phenomena ever occurring, the Warrens took the rag doll and they left. And then that's when they put Annabelle in that case in their haunted relics room that's blessed once a day. And that's also the Annabelle that Dan Rivera was in charge of before he passed away in July in Gettysburg. And that's it. Any comments on that, Jess?
Just want to say that that's the same case that says do not open.
Yeah. Well, and then too, Jess, if you remember, in the remember I had mentioned, I don't know if you have seen it or not, where the dude that was he had the instructions that Ed wrote him about how you have to do you bless your hands, put on like 2 pairs of gloves and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And in there, Lorraine said it should not ever be taken out of the case and moved. And it was.
Multiple times.
Yeah. And as we know, it caused, I still believe, I don't care what people say, did cause one death, Mr. Rivera. It caused panic and havoc wherever she went. She was seen at a Bucky's getting chicken fingers there. So she caused hell, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Jack, yes, I am I am 110% with you on the fake YouTube videos. Okay. Case in point, and I will reference something that happened to us, and then I will directly address that. If you watch these YouTube videos, and I have heard these as paranormal entertainment, okay, they're not freaking real. They're fake is everything holy, okay. I have seen some where they're in this room, and again, you can't turn on activity or turn activity off. If it happens, it happens. If it does not, it does not. You cannot do nothing to change that. Okay. Trust me. We have been doing investigations for 29 years. We have done hundreds of investigations. We have been to many numerous haunted locations. Just to rattle off a few, the Queen Mary, Alcatraz, Sarah Winchester House. We've been to the Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa. We have been to the Ohio State Reformatory Prison in Mansfield. We've been to Waverly Hills twice. We've been to the in Laredo. It was a something Valley Historical Museum, and we've been to Trinway, Ohio, along with other houses investigations, graveyards and things like that. We've done over hundred investigations easily, hundreds and hundreds. And I see these videos where they're in this one place that's supposedly an abandoned whatever. Okay, let's say, for example, an abandoned old psychiatric hospital. Okay, they're in there for like 2 minutes and shit's flying left and right. Doors are opening, chairs are moving. Okay, peekers, as we call them, shadows that peek around the corner and then peek back. They're not going to give a shit. Okay, peekers or black shadows, they don't give a crap if you're there or not. They're not going to peek around the corner. You see them, and then they're going to peek back around the corner. They don't give a crap. Okay, that's fake as hell. And I will put that opinion against anybody out there that wants to debate this with me, because I will debate you until I'm blue in the face. We did an investigation, uh, Waverly Hills. Okay, yeah, that's in Louisville, Kentucky. Uh, a well-known haunted former TB hospital. We were there for 12 hours overnight. Did we get stuff? Yeah, but we didn't get shit like that. And this is over 12 hours. This isn't 2 minutes in this freaking place. We were there for 12 hours, and we sat because Jason, not Jason Voorhees, but Jason, who was a staff member from Waverly Hills, he told us something that makes a lot of sense. He goes, instead of you trying to chase the spirits, you sit someplace and have them come to you, which makes a lot of I didn't even think about that ever. So that's what we did. And we had, like I said, in 12 hours that we were there investigating, we had two experiences that happened there. Um, Total, we have been there twice. Total experiences at Waverly Hills, probably five things that happened to us, and that's over two visits at 12 hours apiece. And these people are going in there for a what 2 or 3 minute YouTube video, and they got shit flying at them. They got chairs falling over. They got doors opening, closing. They got peekers. They got people knocking on the doors. No, I'm sorry. I do agree with you, Jack, that it is BS. It is. However, how we're talking about they could potentially be real. We have experienced some things in our 29 years of doing investigations. The most notable one, I guess, is the Holly Hotel, which is in Holly, Michigan. One of our members, and if you go to our Facebook page, Talking Paranormal, the old man and his daughter, that video clip is on there. We have a full-bodied apparition, and when you watch it, you'll see it or see her more specifically. It's not faked. I was there. See, I have a real issue, and people that have listened to us in the past, they are aware of this. Unless I'm there and I've seen it with my own eyes, I'm skeptical because any more shit can get faked really easy. People are good at faking stuff. And now that you have AI, it's even harder. So I am like a conservative skeptic with this. If I wasn't there and seen it with my own eyes, I don't believe it. Okay, plain and simple. And I know some people are going to say, "Well, I took this video and there was no one else in the house when I took it." Well, that's fine, but I still don't believe you unless I was there. So Holly Hotel, I was there. I was the one on the floor talking with my hands that I always do. And one of our members got the apparition of a previous owner, Anna, and Jesse has seen the video, and he took the video back to George and Christy, who owns the hotel, and they said that's Holly. I'm sorry, Holly. That's Anna, and her picture is on the wall. And our team member looked at the picture, and he emailed me back, and he goes, "That was her. That was who that we caught." And I've seen an apparition with my own eyes at the prison in Mansfield, Ohio. And we've gotten other stuff, either EVPs or pictures or videos that lead towards the fact that, and we lived in a, when I was a kid, I lived in a haunted house. I didn't experience it myself, but hearing stories from my mom, my dad, God rest both of them, they're up in heaven, or one's in heaven, one may not be in heaven, and my Uncle Bill and my Aunt Sharon. Actually, they all had passed, actually. Holy shit. I just thought about that. So yeah, ghosts are real, in my opinion, from our experiences and our evidence. I agree, YouTube videos are fake as hell. And Jess, you have seen the Holly Hotel video. What is your opinion on the actual video?
Uh, there's a different when you're watching YouTube videos that are obviously fabricated, or just like things on like the like ghost hunters and ghost adventurers. When you see those kind of videos, it has a different um what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like it feels different. Like you're watching it and you're like, okay, um like the kill Zach EVPs. I didn't hear that personally, but I okay, sure. But that video, like you watch it and you get a different reaction to it. It's not so much of like a well, I I guess. No. No, that one, are we talking about the apparition?
Yes.
No, that scares
Where
me.
yeah,
That
where
scares
where
me.
yeah, where it's we're in the upstairs hallway and it's me, I'm on my knees talking about with my hands,
I was
and
hoping
we
you were
have
talking about something else because that one scares me. It's
yeah,
like
and
it's
yeah,
a weird
and
gut feeling that you get when you look at it for the first time. It's like a weird gut, like ugh, like it's the reaction to it is different than watching something that you're. It's obviously fabricated. It's two
well,
different feelings on it, and
one
that one always scares me.
and the whole thing, Jess, is that the actual apparition, where everyone else, I mean, I guess who has color to us,
Hmm.
she's gray.
Yeah,
Whole apparition from her face to her dress to her arms and her is all gray.
yeah. The out of all of the evidence you guys have gotten throughout the years, the
Mhm.
ones that scare me the most are that video and a picture you took in a trailer
Oh yeah, that was
where
in
like the little boy is like he has
yeah,
like a disfigured hand and his eyes are white. Those are
yeah.
the two things that are like the most unsettling to me. And like I said, it's a different gut reaction. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a different reaction when you see something and you're like that's real compared to fabricated like doors shutting, like slamming shut. You're just kind of like, okay,
Well,
it's a weird different feeling between the two.
well, for me, Jess, is all the videos that, like I said, we follow, like we watch. They're One of them is a reactionary video, and that's Capricite, and he'll take videos that is not their own videos, but they like scour the internet, and we're talking like slap
Hmm.
cam, depths of despair is some Nuke's top five is some of the ones that we watch, and then of course Capricite, and Capricite does a reaction video to these paranormal videos, and to me these paranormal videos that are on YouTube, they they seemed to me as a, I guess, a seasoned paranormal investigator, they seem staged. And by
Yeah.
being staged, what I mean is, and Capricite, and I'm not saying that because Capricite has said it that he agrees with me or I agree with him, but like for example, there's this one where they walk into a kitchen, and instead of like having the whole kitchen in view, they'll pan to like the cupboards on the left, and as soon as they pan to the cupboards open up, and then they'll pan back to the right towards the refrigerator, and in that exact second, the refrigerator opens up. To me, that's staged. They knew that that cupboard was going to open up at a specific time. Either they had this planned out, or they have someone, behind the scenes going, open it now or something. As soon as I pan towards that cupboard, you open that cupboard at that exact second. To me, it seems staged. The Holly Hotel video, it was not staged. It was not moving around. It is just one video taken in the hallway. And just as a employee comes holding a chair over her head, like I said, go to our Facebook channel. That is not Facebook channel, our Facebook page that has our podcast on it, Talking Paranormal Little Man and his daughter. We have the video there of the Holly Hotel. Watch it, Jack. Watch it. And if you want to come back here a week from the day when we're live and tell me your personal thought, I'm curious. I'm not threatening or anything. I'm curious to what your opinion is. So if you get a chance, go and watch it, and come back here a week and let us know. I am genuinely curious. So with that being said, I like I was talking with Jess when we first started the podcast here. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I can put I can put music or MP3 files or WAV files on this podcast live. So what we're going to do a week from today is play some of our EVPs. And I will basically, and Jesse will be, I just knocked over my alien, dude. I'm sorry, dude, on my shelf. As I'm moving my hands out of the way. We're gonna tell you about the place, the moment that leads up to the EVP. Then I will play the EVP, and you guys can hear it. And if you have any comments in the chat, fire away. Be more than willing to answer questions. That's going to be our pre-Halloween special. Now, I do know that we do have some fan club members, and we're still trying to figure out what to do special for that. So maybe next weekend, maybe on a Saturday, we can do something. Jess, we have to figure it out. What we can do for our fan club members to kind of like members only thing. So
Yeah.
we'll have to talk about that. 'Cause dude, seriously, just like honestly,
I don't know what to do.
and I said last week I'm going to play that sound clip once a freaking podcast, and that was my opportunity to play that damn MP3. Okay, so all right, Jess. So I guess in closing, do you have anything else to add?
Nope. I'm gonna take some Sudafed and I'm gonna go to sleep.
That sounds like a great idea, Jess. Just yeah, our weather here in Michigan, it rained most of the day yesterday, and it rained overnight, and it's still raining today. So I'm gonna rearrange my desk and see if I can hook up my other monitor because my first desktop is slow as hell. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, so a week from today, we're gonna play some MP3 files of our EVPs live. And if you all are not aware, EVPs are electronic voice phenomena. Basically, it's a big word or words that basically means shit that you recorded that you mainly most likely did not hear during the time it happened. But when you play back your tape recorder, play back your video recorder, play back your phone, whatever you're taping with, you got unexplained voices. And over our 29 years of doing this, we have a few EVPs that we did not hear when it happened. It wasn't until later. So buckle in a week from today, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be our EVP Halloween special. So with that, I guess, thank you all for listening. Thank you all people that were in the chat. Again, Jack, invitation, go and watch our video, and then a week from today, please come back and tell us your opinion. I am curious. So again, a week from today at 12 noon, our Halloween special, talking about or listening to our EVPs. And we are still working on doing me and Jesse are going to be doing video reactions to the paranormal. Hopefully sometime in maybe December, November. We just have to get connected to get everything hooked up and stuff. I'm excited about that. It's because I got things to say. No, really? Yeah, I got things to say. And that's about it. So again, thank you all for listening. People in the chat, thank you for joining in. And like I said, a week from the day, EVPs. So as usual, stay away from the light. That is important. And be kind to one another. Until we meet again a week from today. Thank you for listening, Jesse. Thank you for co-hosting again.
Of course.
Okay, and we will see you guys a week from today at 12 noon with real EVPs.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye.